Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you a spoiler-free review of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, as we all know, The Order of the Phoenix is the fifth book in the Harry Potter series. Now, the basic plot of this book is that Harry enters into his fifth year in Hogwarts, and there are a lot of things that are going on in Harry's life that are of major significance when it comes to the wizarding world as a whole in this book. What happens is that Harry has this invisible bond that has been developed between Voldemort and Harry. There are the reasons behind such a bond is not explained in this book because it is going to be explored more in the further two books. And what happens in this is that in the beginning of the book, Harry is attacked by Dementors, and due to that, he's to be expelled from Hogwarts. But what happens is Dumbledore, as usual, comes and saves Harry, rescues Harry, and he just brings him back into Hogwarts. But there is a certain thing that's going on throughout the book in which that Dumbledore continuously shuts out Harry from what's happening with him. Okay, usually in all the previous books we have seen that Harry and Dumbledore, both of them have a really good relationship, and everything that happens in Harry's life they are shared with Dumbledore in a significant way so that they can make Harry's life even more better. But in this book, it doesn't happen. So we have very few conversations that are happening between Harry and Dumbledore. Dumbledore speaks with everyone in a normal way, just as usual, but he doesn't speak with Harry that much. But one of the main things which we have to keep in mind in this book is that there are a lot of things that have happened in the past four books, and the main things that happened in the fourth book, that is the death of Cedric and many other things, they are so heavy, and Harry's just carrying all these things within him, and Dumbledore shutting him out of his life. This also causes a major frustration in the mind of Harry. Moving on to the characters, we get a lot of new characters within this book. As it is a huge book, it is more than 800 pages long, so there is a lot of room for new characters to be included within the series. So we also get good characters as well as some despicable characters. Believe me, this book has the worst character in the Harry Potter series. I'm sure that anyone who has read this series will think that Voldemort is better than this woman who's Umbridge, or should I say Umbridge? Okay, she is such a sadistical person that I've ever read about. I've not even read such horrible characters when it comes to adult fantasy. Okay, this is just something young adult. It's not. I can't even say that it's pure young adult. It's between young adult and middle grade. It's a bit darker for middle grade, yet it is okay if children can read it, and it's like angsty just for like teenagers. We have this horrible character. Apart from her, we also have two other main female characters who are introduced into this book, who are Luna Lovegood, who's such a beautiful little weirdo. Everyone will like her after reading this fifth book on and the other two books in the series. And the other one whom we see is Tonks. She's not an animagus, but she can change her shape and form as to her will at any convenience. And the thing about her being like that is her birth. Anyone cannot train and become a person like her. They have to be born as such, and that's how Tonks is born. And she's such a fun character. She just dissolves the tension in most of the scenes in which she occurs in, and she's also very hard-headed, and she's a strong female character. Apart from this, we also have a lot of Cornelius Fudge throughout the story. Okay, he's the Minister of Magic in these 5 books, and he's doing crazy stuff. This is actually the book in which we feel the presence of a Minister of Magic. That's strong in this book. And apart from that, we also have the Weasleys going a great development. Okay, the Weasley twins, they've started their own joke shop due to the amount of money that they've got from Harry in the previous book. And Ginny is elevated to another level when it comes to the fifth book. Okay, if you've just watched the movies, I'm sure that you'll not be liking Ginny. You'll be like, why to pair Harry with Ginny at the end of the series? Okay, it might be like that, but in this, she proves that Ginny is a main character when it comes to the entire story as a whole. She does certain things which are very much interesting and needed for the plot to progress, and she's also this really different type of a person. She's so brave, she's so silly at times, she's so funny. She's like the perfect package when it comes to a proper development in a character whose presence was like merely felt in the first 3 to 4 books. In this one, she was really good. That's most of the things that I have to tell about the characters in this book. Talking about the pacing in this book, I must say for an 800 page long book, this doesn't feel that long at all. Okay, once you start reading the book, you just flip the pages and just go on and finish the book before you know when you finished it. It's that well paced. There are a lot of elements that have been tied together by J.K. Rowling in order to make the story not boring. The main characters in the story are at such a hard time in their life, but the story is that interesting and the plot is very well handled and paced in such a way that you'll not feel bored. You will not be able to put down the book at any instant. It has been built in a great way, guys. That's one of the main reasons why this is my most favorite book in the series. Last thing that I'd like to speak about in any review when it comes to Harry Potter is the main pillar which supports the entire universe in which Harry Potter happens, and it is nothing but the world building. Okay, the world building is such an intricate setup throughout the books, and in this one, as the pages are damn long, we have 800 pages, hence a lot of world building, and the world just explodes. Okay, if it was this much in the fourth, okay, it is this much in the first two books, this much in the third book, this much in the fourth book, and you can't even see my hands right now. It's that huge in the fifth book. That is because we get a lot of other things rather than just Hogwarts and the general wizarding world alone. We get the ministry, we get Azkaban, we get all the prisoners, we get a lot of backstories, we get a lot of history, we get a lot of lore. All these things have been she has just thought of so many things while beginning the series itself, so that they will fit in properly while it comes to the later books in the series. That's what I loved about the world building aspect in this. And apart from these, we also get so many magical creatures, so many different varieties of beings, which I not like to say because they'll spoil your experience of reading this book. I don't want to do that. And it was such a great book, guys. You just have to read it. Okay, just go read it. And I must say that my overall rating for this book is not even 5 stars. It is like a 5,000 star book for me right now. The first time I read it, I loved it. The second time I've read this, I devoured it. Okay, I took a lot of time to read it because I didn't want to rush through and spoil the experience of reading it. So I took it so slowly. It was such a great book, guys. Just go and read the series as a whole. That's all for today. And if you have read Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix before itself, do watch out for the videos which I'll be posting tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, because there'll be the discussion videos for this book in which I'll be discussing everything in detail in a spoilery way. So if you have not read the book, don't watch those videos. If you have read the book, do watch those videos, because there are a lot of things, man, I have to discuss. Okay, I'm sure that I'll be spending at least an hour or two in front of the camera while filming the next two videos, which are going to be the part 1 and part 2 of the discussion. I'm very much pumped for that. So that's it for today. If you did enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.